Hello.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
Good.
Awesome. What you want to ask me about?
I just any messages from my dad.
From your dad?
Wow.
Yeah. First thing he's acknowledging. Do you know if there's an old I don't know if this is a sweater or a jacket. Do you know if there's an old sweater or jacket from his that you have or that y'all have?
Yes.
Okay. He also keeps acknowledging. Do you know if he was? It's gonna sound weird. Do you know if he had a burn mark on his arm or there was like a big scar on one of his arms?
Mm, not
Okay,
not that
he's
I can
making
remember.
discoloration of my arm, and he's showing me something that looks like whenever either someone gets cut or someone gets scarred from something.
Yes.
Okay, so he's acknowledging that. He also keeps acknowledging a cross necklace. Do you know there's a reference to a cross necklace or a rosary that's connected to your dad?
No.
Was your dad Catholic?
No.
Okay, he's showing me something that looks like it's a beaded thing, or it's either beads or it's a cross necklace or something that's got a cross in it. Do you know what he?
My grandma's very religious. His
Okay,
side of the family, yes.
okay, she's still alive though, right?
Yes.
Okay. She might have done something in his honor, or she might have done a mass for him because he's acknowledging this cross or this rosary. It almost feels like rosary. So it's either beads or rosary that is connected to him. So he's acknowledging that. Now, even though he may not have been Catholic or he may not have been religious, he's acknowledging this. So there's a reference there. So you might need to let her know because she may know exactly what he's talking about. He also keeps, thank you. Kate, he's trying to give me a name. I don't know if it's a C or a K, but I want to say it's maybe a CATH sounding name. Do you know if there's a Cath sounding name?
No.
Gatia?
Uh, uh, maybe yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's saying that name. Do you know if there's a person that is passed that is connected to that name?
No.
Gatia or
Kathy?
could be Gathi. Gathi is essentially the same thing.
That's an old friend from my mom. When yes, maybe.
Okay. Do you know if he's passed? Or I mean, do you know if they're passed?
I no, we've looked for her for many years and never.
Okay, he might be telling y'all that the person's there. He ran into this person there, so that may be why y'all haven't been able to find her because she may have passed away, and he's acknowledging her being there. So he might be trying to tell us who's with him. He also keeps thinking. He also keeps acknowledging. I don't know what that is. Do you know those little monitos that people sometimes have with the little fishermen, or like there's the fisherman or the person on the boat? Do you know if there's something like that connected to your father, or if your father liked to go fishing?
No.
There's what is that? It almost looks like I don't know if it's like a little monito. It's got a little like fishing pole that's coming out of it, and it almost reminds me of like there's usually two of them. There's one that's got the fisher, and then there's the other one that they're like pulling up the fish. There's something like that. He's showing me this, and then he's showing me himself. Was your dad buried?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Do you know if where he is buried, if there is like a water thing where they actually do fishing, or there's like a lake or a river thing?
No, I don't. I don't know.
So this is what I'm seeing, which is why I'm trying to figure this out. He showed me a few things, and it all flashed through my mind. The first thing he showed me was whenever I've seen these documentaries and they're showing me like places in Spain and they're on the coast and there are these Roman cities that are like it's a bunch of marble and granite right next to the city, so it's like a port. So he showed me something like that, and then he showed me these two figurines that are like monitos that have these like appearances to them, and then he's showing me like fishing and like these water features. Do you know if there's anything like that connected to your father or where he is?
No, I actually don't know where he is.
You don't know where he
I
is?
don't.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know
Here's what I'm
any.
going to say, because you don't know where he is. I feel like your father is near an area where there's either a port or where they actually have, like, where there's an old fishery, or where they would have had, like, places where they would have cleaned the fish or done stuff with fish. Because he's showing me something that reminds me of this. And there's these granite or rock formations that are in that area. Is this in a different country?
Yes.
Okay.
Mexico.
Okay, where in Mexico? Where in Mexico?
Tijuana.
Tijuana? Okay, is Tijuana, I'm assuming Tijuana's near the ocean, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, here's the thing. Where he is, I feel it was near where there either would have been boats or fishery or docks, because he keeps showing me something like that. There are these, like, it's either there are these cliffs right next to it, or there are these croppings that are made out of granite or made out of marble that are in that area. Do you know of a place like that around there?
La presa.
Okay. I've never been there, so I don't know what I'm seeing. This is what he's showing me. Wherever he is near that area or spot, because he makes me feel like it's around there. He also makes me feel like he wouldn't be the only person. Do y'all know if he was murdered? Okay.
We never knew.
Okay. He's making me feel like he was murdered. He makes me feel like this, where he is around this area where this fishery thing is at. He also makes me feel, thank you. Is there like, playa? Is there a playa right there? Or is there like something like a playa that's nearby? Okay.
I think it's a tourist somewhere around, yeah.
Okay. Though he makes me feel like I feel like, and is there also a old place that was like a dumping ground for old boats or old like containers, or where they no longer use these like stuff, but they just dump it in a specific area right around there?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. I feel like if people were to look, or investigators were to look around this thing that I'm describing, there might be more than one person that's there, because it feels like this is used as like a ground or dumping ground. Because there may also be other things that are dumped there, like people may throw refrigerators there and other stuff there. But there's a bunch of stuff there that feels like it's old appliances, old boats, old stuff that they would have hauled in that they didn't, they just dumped there. And it's an area right around there that he makes me feel is connected to where he is. So he's acknowledging and making me feel this way. I do feel that he's no longer here, and I do feel that he has passed. So I also feel like someone that he knew knows this, and they may have actually put word out, but didn't tell people exactly what happened because they didn't want to get tied back to this. So did you know if there was a friend or someone that knew him who had mentioned that they had heard something, but they didn't say all the details?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. He makes me feel like this person may actually know a lot more, but they didn't want to get pulled into the situation. So they may have just put out stuff and said they heard, but they may actually not have heard it. They may have known it directly. And that may be a lead to get to this. But he makes me feel like it's this area right around there that he would be connected to.
Is he okay with me?
Your father is not upset with you. If anything, he actually feels like he owes you an apology, just because he says he wasn't completely honest with everything that he was trying to do. Because he said one thing about what he was going to be doing, and that's not what he was doing. And he's apologizing, and he says he's actually owing you an apology. And so he's sorry for that. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Birds are going to be a sign from him as well. Doves are going to be a sign from him. So look out for the doves. He also says you might see birds or doves on his birthday or on the day that he disappeared. So to look out for them. But that's a sign from him. But he says he's okay and that he's fine, but he's acknowledging that this is where y'all may be able to find his body. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweetheart. If you want more information, just email me. I'm gonna forget this conversation just because I forget stuff, but just email and let me know that you we talked, and I can try to see if I can maybe fix it in a specific spot that y'all might be able to look, because maybe I can get a little bit closer.
Thank you so much, Frank.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Absolutely. All right, Mama. You take care of yourself, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right, sweetheart. Bye-bye.